My name is Wes Marshall. I am your friend, and I've been to Turkey with you.
I know you've traveled a lot in your life. What was different about experiencing a city with a local, me, instead of just being a tourist alone?
Yeah, I think it really opens the door up to experiences you couldn't have just traveling by yourself. It's very hard to crack that outer layer of tourism in a foreign location. And even in instances where, there's a couple times where you pretended to be American, it was so obvious the different treatment we got. They were to be honest, so much more ready to scam us. So interacting with people in that regard, definitely knowing Turkish and being clearly Turkish helped us in that regard. And also just knowing the best places to go and not hitting touristy things. Generally when I'm traveling, I don't like overly touristy things, so it was nice to just see a place through the eyes of a local.
What are some cultural differences you observed in Turkey that you weren't aware of before your trip?
Yeah, some cultural differences I observed would definitely be some of the animals we experienced. There was pretty much cats and dogs everywhere. Even in, your home, there was a bunch of cats that kind of would come and go. I think that was pretty cool to see. You just go into a random corner store and there'd be, a dog in there out on the street and just roaming. Yeah, love dogs. Another cultural difference would be the daily prayer that happened, which I thought was super cool. Turkey is an Islamic country, Muslim country, so every day, I guess twice a day, I think, I'm not sure, but there would be a prayer that would come out over the loudspeakers. And when we were at your house, it would echo over the valley, and it was kind of beautiful. I thought it was very beautiful. And when we were more in the town, it would come out over the loudspeakers on the streets, and it was one of those moments. Every time it happened, it was wow, I'm in a place that I never thought I'd be, so different from where I'm used to, and really makes you blessed to be able to travel.
Knowing what you know now, would you go back to Turkey? And if so, is there anything you would do that you didn't get to do the first time?
I would 100% go back to Turkey, without any hesitation. I plan to go back to Turkey. I'm going to force Zeynep to have me. I think it's one of the most underrated tourist destinations, and I don't even want to say that because I don't want it to become overrated. So I would 100% go back. I think if I did go back, I might want to hit ironically some of the more touristy spots. There's a bunch. We basically stayed in Bodrum and just kind of did what you would do, which was amazing. Going back, I might do some of the more touristy destinations that require day trips that we didn't really want to take, Cappadocia I've heard of. There's the thermal hot springs. There's ruins. Turkey is one of the birthplaces of civilization in a way, so there's plenty of ruins we didn't go to. I think the city of Troy was supposedly in Turkey. We did get to go to Istanbul, which was very fun as well. So yeah, plenty left to be discovered in Turkey.
That's great. I'm so glad you enjoyed your trip, and thank you so much for doing this interview. I do have one more bonus question for you if you're up for it. Okay, so what was your favorite thing about your trip?
I think the favorite thing was, well, first I'll say the friendship. We all had a great time. It was a wonderful experience. I'll never forget it. But maybe favorite activity was Zeynep's mom hooked us up with her boating club, and we were we rowed in the Aegean Sea. That's one of my classic stories now. Rowing in the Aegean Sea. It was fun. It was very fun. It was a good time. Kind of exhausting, but yeah, that was definitely highlight of the trip was the rowing.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.